In a yet another hateful act against Hindus and Hindu temples in Canada, city of Brampton, Gauri Shankar Temple in city of Brampton has been painted with anti-India graffiti, and this is an incident that is coming in a series of incidents that has happened in the past. In the recent months, also we have seen some attacks on Hindu temples in Brampton city. The latest attack is on Gauri Shankar Temple, where anti-India graffitis were painted. The issue has been raised by Indian Consulate General in Canada with the local authorities, where they have said that we strongly condemn the defacing of Gauri Shankar Mandir in Brampton, a symbol of Indian heritage, with anti-India graffiti. The hateful act of vandalism has deeply hurt sentiments of the Indian community in Canada. So the matter has been actually escalated by the Indian side, Indian diplomats with the local authorities. Local mayor, Brampton's mayor Brown has also, Mr. Patrick Brown has also said that this hateful act of vandalism has no place in our city or country. Everyone deserves to feel safe in their place. These acts are not new to Indian community in Canada. In fact, in the last few months, these have only increased. Number of such attacks have only increased. We have seen in the month of November there was this attack on in the last September. In fact, there was this attacks on Bab's Temple in Canada, and there has been multiple insulting of Mahatma Gandhi's statue in Canada, and after such so much of attack, there is a clearly an outrage in the Indian community, and that was expressed during November last year when the Patrick Brown, the mayor of the city, was visiting a temple where people started demanding action against those who have been behind such heinous acts, such acts of cowardice and against religious sentiments against Indians. We know that Brampton is a city in Canada which hosts a lot of Indian diaspora. About 150,000 Sikhs live there, and even after that, the kind of security, the kind of community harmony is trying to be disrupted by certain elements, and mostly these elements have been pro-Khalistani elements who have been in the name of Khalistan, have been trying to foment anti-India sentiment. And since Canada has been a base where a lot of Sikhs from Punjab and other parts of India do go and they start living as diaspora, they are trying to find or renew their base. The irony is the fact that despite the various occasions when Indian government has raised this issue with Canadian authorities, not only in Delhi with the Canadian High Commission, but also at ministerial level, at a level of the Indian High Commission in Canada. Despite this fact, there has not been any concrete action against those culprits who have been in the name of freedom of so-called freedom of speech and pro-Khalistani sentiments, have been trying to threaten Indian community living in Canada. In the past also, they have been allowed to operate because Canadian authorities have been divided whether they should treat this whole pro-Khalistani sentiment and the activism of pro-Khalistani as part of freedom of expression and part of right to peaceful protest, or they should act against them regarding their anti-India sentiment or terrorist their activity as an organization who have been sort of terrorist front, and they have linkages in past also with multiple terrorist activities and extreme activities and extreme ideology, hateful hate mongering against India. So while Canadian authorities are trying to paint it under the freedom of expression right, Indian community is clearly threatened with such acts, and especially when such acts are allowed by Canadian authorities, and there has not been any action by Canadian authority against these culprits. So letting them be scot-free, these culprits are only getting emboldened, and multiple such attacks have happened in the past also, but the frequency of these attacks have increased, and that is the reason of concern. We'll have to see from here onwards how Canadian authorities are going to act against such crimes of hate against Hindu communities, against this temple vandalism that has been happening in various parts of Canada and specifically in Brampton city.